Phenomenal morning. I haven't made that rookie move in a little while. Forgetting to turn my mic off. Or I mean the speaker. Phenomenal morning. It is presently October 9th, 2023, 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am Empress Black. I am grateful to be present, mind, body, and spirit. It is a beautiful autumn, fall morning indeed. The temperature is dropping, and it was most definitely felt when I woke up this morning. So yeah, we're doing things a little differently this morning because I had a very productive but tiresome day yesterday. So um I didn't get the recording done that I wanted to. Let me turn this down a little bit. I didn't get the recording done that I wanted to, so I'm going to merge this mentally elevated morning experience, episode 90, with our Master You Masterclass, week 2, um, episode 2.1, or recording 2.1. I wouldn't necessarily consider an episode, more or less a recording. But what I'm pretty much doing is premiering um, the class daily, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., as presented on the bulletin that I just previously showed, um, on the Empress Black Network at empressblack.com. So last week, I pretty much released a mini video just sharing a lesson, which was introducing us to, tarot, through symbols, colors. Um, what else did we look at? Numerology and that fun stuff. So today, we're jump starting week 2, in which we're going to focus on pretty much exploring the major arcana. I got some notes here. Let me stop acting like I don't have them and use them. Trying to remember off the top of my head, like I ain't got stuff to do to get done. Stuff to get done today. All right, so week 2, we talking about the major arcanas. Monday, which is today, October 9th, we are starting with 0 through 5. The 10th, we're gonna go through 6 through 10. Um, the 11th, we're going through major arcanas 11 through 15. Thursday, major arcana 16 through 20, and we're going to wrap up Friday with the world, okay, number 21. So if you're interested at all into this master development, excuse me, master class, but personal development for sure. Um, we're going to incorporate a little bit of Reiki healing and what I've learned, from studying, chi energy, and how precious it is, how, you know, um, valuable it is, how misunderstood it is, how slept on energy is. Okay. So, with that being said, as a Reiki master, I've been studying, the subject of energy for some years now. And tarot, is just, one fun tool that we could use. We have crystals, we have gold, we have silver, we have copper, we have precious metals, we have herbs, we have fragrances in the sense of, essential oils, which all have, healing qualities and properties to them. So, this table that I have here, what some may consider an altar of some sort, I pretty much sit here and do my studying, um, and give thanks, to the Creator, to the Source, to the Most High, the Almighty One, who is most definitely known and recognized by many different names around the world, different cultures, different religions, respectfully. So, with that being said, this is where I do my studying here. And we're just using tarot for the month of October, since October is usually the month that a lot of people get into, Halloween subjects and um, what some call a holiday. I don't necessarily consider it a holiday, but to each his own, who am I? I ain't trying to be the party pooper. But with that being said, I figured this would be a phenomenal month to introduce, some of this spooky to some knowledge, and tools that provide a great deal of wisdom of self when used and managed respectfully and responsibly. So that's what I'm here for, to do my small part with my friends, the Organized Goddess 11, under Pretty Profitable Grooming, Experience Black International, www.marissablack.com, the sister site to Experience Black Network at empressblack.com. Let's get into this. On Patreon, let me pull that back up. On Patreon. Okay, this is our patron here. And this is what the masterclass looks like behind the scenes. What I did was created a file to categorize all the videos in one collection. I need to update the link here because it looks like it only shared one of the videos, which was the first one, the introduction, and we want the entire collection. So I'm going to update that. But it could also be found here. If you can see where I'm pointing on the side, the Master You Masterclass with Empress Black. That is the file that contains all of the videos. As of now, there are only 5 videos, which was from Monday through Friday of last week. So this today I will be uploading, the video that we're going to do here today into that collection. This here is the translation for the visuals tarot using the decks. I have the Egyptian tarot here, the Mahogany tarot, the Elemental Goddess tarot, and the Modern Witch tarot deck. Underneath each image, I gave a different understanding from each book, the guidebook that accompanies those cards or that deck of cards, and gave a little bit of insight of that particular guidebook or that deck's perspective, which usually is in alignment with the art that is, within the imagery within each card. So, we're starting out, like I said, with the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, and the Hierophant. So these are our first 6 major arcanas. Okay, so each day you'll pretty much be able to expect a breakdown similar to that one for the remainder of the week, because the mentally elevated morning experience is only for Mondays. So this is kind of just to give you a heads up of what to anticipate, for the remainder of the week. But that will be available to our patrons, which are our Black Card supporters, which have committed to an $11 a month contribution to take advantage of the great benefits that we have available. Okay. So again, because we're doing this for the month of October, the decks that I have available for our Hidden Truth um, tarot readings, or excuse me, pre-recorded readings that I offer for $99 presently. These decks are not available for the month of October. I'm only using our traditional Rider Waite, our Hidden Truth Oracle, and our Osho Zen for clarification, and our Oracle decks will still be available. But these are tied up in class right now, okay? And that's what the pictures were that were shared on Patreon. And we left off with the world. I'm a little just trying to get Monday and Tuesday out the way. All right, so within Patreon, those um, definitions, the written portion, was from our Egyptian tarot and our modern witch tarot. This is coming from our, I said modern witch, that was from mahogany, pardon me. That was from the mahogany and our Egyptian tarot. Now, I read over the translations from the modern witch, and I actually like the practicality. So those are the ones that I'm going to read here today in a mentally elevated morning experience so you can get an idea of what to expect for the rest of the week. And I'm going to do the same for some possible meanings of each card from this one, our elemental goddess. All right. So let's start out with the full. Okay, this is the full from the Egyptian tarot. A whole lot of symbols for sure. I love the deck because it has the different translations, for different languages in each corner. All right. So if you want to see that, become a Black Card supporter so you can get the other decks pictures as well and make the comparisons. All right. So the fool is the grand adventure begins. The fearless fool, with her devil may care attitude, is ready to take the first steps towards the unknown. Pure passion and optimism fuel her as she dances to her music to joy itself. She doesn't know what lies beyond the cliff's edge, but she's left behind her life in the city. Goodbye to normalcy, to routine, to the structured life she had within society. She fully trusts her instincts to carry her beyond the ordinary. Don't be afraid to take the leap of faith. Now's the time for you to start your journey because you're ready. Be spontaneous and let your wilderness run free. Don't look back in fear. Look ahead and and up to the sky and sun and let your instincts guide you. You got this. All right. So I feel like the modern witch gives more inspirational, message more for a younger audience for sure. Um and the full according to the elemental goddess, which has a completely different image. The possible meanings of this card is new opportunities, new beginnings, taking a leap of faith, travelers, artist, actress, actor, someone who doesn't care what others think about them, homosexual. This could be a free thinker, carefree, innocence, or free spirit. So I found it quite interesting. I didn't necessarily recognize all of those characteristics and traits being connected together. And the full card, within our elemental goddess deck most definitely represents those possible meanings. So, that could be new to someone like it was to me. But let's continue on with the magician. All right. So the magician here in the Egyptian tarot deck looks like this. It's represented by the number one. And again, we have the other images, which are quite different from the other decks available to our Black Card supporters. Okay. All right. So the magician is it's time to make some magic, to turn dreams into reality. The magician knows what she wants and knows what she'll need to make it happen. Standing confidently and boldly, brandishing a wand towards the sky, the magician channels magic and inspiration into herself and transforms it into creative energy. Laid out before her is all she needs on a crystalline pedestal. The sword, her smarts and wit, prepare her for the task ahead. Her cup is full and emotionally connects the magician to her goal. The pinnacle is the life experience that taught her how the world works. The other wand drives her forward into action. Bring those lofty dreams down to earth, make them real. You know what you want, and you have the magic within you to make it happen. Believe in yourself, you know what you're ready to start creating. Let that inspiration flow through you and use all your tools to make some stuff, okay? The magician, and let's get some possible meanings from our elemental goddess. Possible meanings for the magician is you are in control of your own destiny. Work your magic, get creative, savvy, performers, salespeople, lawyers, authors, writers, speakers, one who performs rituals, witches, positive thinkers. Okay? So, the archetypes are the channeler and the gypsy. I found that quite interesting. I just wanted to add that in with the magician. Okay, so number two is the high priestess. This is what the high priestess looks like in our Egyptian tarot deck, represented by the number two. And within our modern witch definition, we have there are deep secrets and many mysteries in life. The high priestess knows the path towards them. She sits on her throne with her laptop full of secret knowledge and wisdom, pensive but inviting. Behind her, a veil of pomegranates suggests the desire for answers is there, but we may not be ready to lift this veil of mysteries. The moon at her feet seeks to awaken our unconscious and open us up to hidden things and the strangest parts of existing. Be still. Sometimes the greatest power comes in knowing that you do not know anything. You've come against the truth that more self knowledge is needed, and it's time to reflect in order to grow. Explore your subconscious through meditation, through tarot itself, through study. It's not time to make big decisions right now. All right. So, other possible meanings from our elemental goddess are hidden information, past life connections, intuition, dreams, shadow work, finding the answers through silence, the mysteries of the arcana, psychics, counselors, social workers, past life regression therapists, priestesses, finding your sovereign self, dream interpretations, and my secret is silence. The astrological correspondence is the moon, and the archetype is goddess Isis and the priestesses. I needed to incorporate that in there. Okay, let's move along. Number three is the Empress. This is the beautiful representation, the art that accompanies the Empress card in the Egyptian tarot deck. Again, if you want to see the other images for the other decks, they are available to our Black Card supporters on Patreon under Organized Goddess. The Empress's message, according to the Modern Witch Tarot Guidebook, is love is everything. The Empress is feeling herself. This benevolent goddess is alive and truly connected to the world and others through passion and pure emotions. The Empress is empowered by her love and sexuality, and her energy flows through everything around her. She gives life to the lush vegetation and receives life from the powerful river. She welcomes pleasure and feelings and fills each moment with ecstasy. Think less, feel more. Embrace self love and use that self love to build stronger and more profound connections with family, friends, or lovers. Be fulfilled by your social circles of those who you love. Drink from the cup of love. Allow it to nourish and warm you. Through love, you can find deep meaning and fulfillment. Love, love, love. It's all here for you if you let it in. Woo, that Empress energy, honey, is different. All right. So we're going to look at the other possible meanings of this card according to the Elemental Goddess Tarot. They are pregnancy, fertility, abundance, and wealth, good health, nurturing, sustenance, mothers, wives, gardeners, herbalists, someone connected to nature, a female CEO, entrepreneur, manifester, a woman comfortable in her own skin. The astrological correspondence is Venus, and the archetype is Guinevere or the mother. Okay, let's get this. Okay, it's getting. Ooh, I got to get up out of here. The Emperor, number 4. I'll wrap this up. Boundaries and structure make us feel safe. The Emperor is full of authority and creates a world full of rules and laws. She is she is comforting, answer to the chaos of the natural world. But she is rigid and uncompromising on her stony throne. She requires logic and reason above all else, and she is unafraid to lead and take the reins to shape the world around her. Though she lords over a powerful and grand cityscape, the river of life has slowed to a trickle behind her. Protect yourself if you need to. Don't allow others to walk all over you, and don't be afraid to stand up. Take charge and force change. Logic and reason may be the best approach for a particular problem, and by creating some stability in your life, you may be able to release some anxiety. Don't lose touch with your compassion, though. Stubbornness and stoicism will not always be the best answer. Okay, the Emperor. I kept getting stumbled up on my words because I was reading the Emperor as she. I forgot that was a modern witch translation. I don't identify the Emperor as a she. That is a man. A very grown, seasoned, mature man from my perspective. As the Empress is the feminine counterpart. Okay. The possible meanings of the Emperor, according to the elemental goddess, is power, leader, a father, landowner, landlord, a responsible man, a ruler, head of a company, a man who will fight for his community. That is Aries, King Arthur, or the father. Okay. Ooh. That sent chills through my body just now reading that. Number 5, the Hierophant, which is where we're going to leave off for today. And we're going to pick up with number 6, the Lovers, tomorrow. Okay. The Hierophant. As students, we learn from the past and from others. It is the Hierophant that calls us to unlock our psyche and hidden potential through diligent study. She is wise in her guidance, helping us discover new things we could not have found alone. As students and disciples, we kneel at her feet, listening to her stories and lessons. And if we do so, we may be able to find the lock that fits, the keys crossed at her feet. Look at the past, read books, find a community of both differing worldviews and familiar ones. Find the passion within you and the hunger to know more. Nothing is created in a void, and you can enrich yourself by finding communities or collectives that help to structure your study. Learning new things can open your mind to new pathways and possibilities. All right. And possible meanings of this card are traditions, handing down teachings, spirituality, religion, orthodoxy, rules, educational institutions, schooling, classes, teachers, doctors, and spiritual leaders. The Hierophant is represented astrological correspondence is the Taurus and archetype goddess Bridget. Okay, so this is the Egyptian Tarot Guidebook, and this is the Mahogany Tarot Guidebook, in which I got the other translations for that you can find in um under goddess, excuse me, under organized goddess on Patreon, the Black Card supporters. I also have the Osho Zen Tarot book and this Tarot for Dummies that came with my traditional Rider Waite that I purchased years ago. So I may, if I have time, incorporate something from each of those into our um what is it? Our donation tarot reading that we're gonna have this evening. Our In God We Trust Soul session and donation tarot reading. So opening up that I may incorporate something from these two. We'll see. But I do need to get ready for work. And I have a couple errands that I need to take care of before then. So I trust and pray that to my seekers of truth and wisdom and light and my OGs United, my organized goddess, the tribe, light workers, divine beings, master teachers and students alike that recognize we're one and the same. Whoever comes across this content, I hope it finds you in peace and love and harmony, and that it helps you some way, somehow. If it does, support us, join us, and join the conversation that is available to our Black Card supporters, to our patrons over on Organized Goddess and Pretty Profitable Grooming on the Empress Black Network. Please, when you have some time, if you are an explorer and a scroller on your traditional, what are those social media networks, take some time out to explore, tap in on, our network, our, platforms over Experience Black International at marissablack.com, the sister site to the Experience Black Network, excuse me, Empress Black Network at empressblack.com. Join us over there. There's a lot of goodies, excitement, and we're only evolving and growing in our offerings daily. All right. So I look forward to um, doing my best to be on time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our In God We Trust Soul session live this evening, and our donation readings where you're able to um, donate and get some personal insight. I'll pull some cards specifically for you. All right. Thank you. Have a powerful, productive, prosperous day on purpose. Peace and love.